I was to think I could survive this.
Love waking up knowing anything could happen.
A curative ought to do the trick.
At last! I thought we'd never find one.
Our collection grows. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes.
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command.
One can never have too many materials. I'll harvest some now.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Pray, leave me.
This is just what's needed.
Business has been better, but
What am I to make of this?
Oi there, friend! Care to help? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to... My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road. But now I feel prepared to start making trips to... Only trouble is, there are still monsters about. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that... Splendid! Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time... And mind you, don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice. And each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers. So anyone thinking of riding for free, but enough of my... Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time. Come find me when you've delivered.
Right, let's get this delivered. This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
Were to see this letter to Sir Leonard in Melve. Shall we board the...
This ox cart, I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Not good will come of this. Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Perhaps new
We have reached our destination.
There are worse ways to travel, I suppose.
Some call it culture, I call it dumb.
Aye, what can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? It is a fair way you've... She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to inquiring after my health at the
Shall we be off? We've a report to make.
Alas. Take care. The roads...
Furthermore, can it be we have no sword wielders in our party?
Are we only to fire on foes from afar, then?
I've a selection of wares that sure to please. Hope to see you again.
I do so enjoy stocking up on supplies.
We ought to have enough... supplies to last us a while now.
'Tis as you say.
In every age, with hence, pawns are not to mention, they are 'tis clear their concept of...
Good day, sir. How might I be of assistance?
Have you need of me?
This ox cart's bound for Burnworth. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Got some business with me, do ye? Time to find me a mark.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Ah, you've returned. That's splendid. You've been in a... The cart reached its destination safe and sound, And from the tell of it, you even rid the road of a few monsters.
Ox carts seem
You've been an immense...
A full week has passed since Sir Mildred set off. I suppose 'tis time we vacated her dwelling. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
We've arrived, just as planned.
Good tidings, friend. As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might... You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried, and that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just... I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy.
Now to report to Captain Brandt. I believe I... guide you to the person in question.
What's got you in such a good mood?
Not sure why I'm patrolling. It's been a hard day.
Over here, if you would.
Well met, sir.
Oh, what does this say?
Here we are.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... You've done a fine job, Cole. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an... Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Disa can no longer... And ere it slips my mind.
I just knew you'd see it done. After all, no
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are... You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels for now. Though, would that I could undertake the task myself. What say you, Your Majesty? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct... There is much we ought to tend to. If we are... Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is... I refer to Waldar many a time as Disa and many a time as the Magistrate. Our laws dictate that, Your Majesty. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, what say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the Magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught to... There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen for some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where... But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse. What say you, Your Majesty? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. So pray, slip into the venue through whatever... Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary. Here. This should suffice. Take care, Your Majesty. Ah. There is one other. Masquerades being as they are, you will require much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers. There is much we ought to tend to. If we have you divined aught of the false sovereign, Your Majesty? What's this? The Palace of Vermund is sending brass to an individual by the name of Dara. Surely there's a deeper meaning here. Though I cannot begin to get... Methinks you ought to keep this letter with you. Perhaps Your Majesty will find someone who can make clear its intent. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim, do not forget that we work...
I dare not enter the palace, but I would fain escort you to the castle entrance.
You're always such... You're all...
There are worse things. What I look forward...
Up we get. We can expect a busy night.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
A new day, a new perspective.
Onward to Burnworth Castle. Could you come over here?
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen. Here at last. We cannot accompany...
You are the Arisen, yes? Follow me!
Townspeople depend on me. When does my watch end?
suggest you move along. Should one of the other guards spy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious. If you don't mind, sir, I've my... This arm is far from comfortable.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. Couldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make...
Sven, where have you been, Grace?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
You shan't be allowed to attend the masquerade in that garb, sir. I beg you.
Tired. I've barely the vim to tie my boots.
First, assess the field. Then act accordingly.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
I would fain aid you if you are...
There's no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
I'm dead on my feet after begging your pardon, sir, but...
All's well, I trust.
Were this not my duty?
So, you've come. Captain Brant bade me...
Perchance you've heard. The coronation is soon to be held. The sovereign will...
Show them you're not to be trifled with!
Fear clouds my thoughts.
This is your chance to turn the tide!
Do not test me.
Good to see you, Master. While we're here, shall we take care of that other task we were entrusted with as well?
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
How dare you!
Use these flames to smite our enemies. Much appreciated. My strength was beginning to flag.
No idle chatter during missions, sir.
Should you espy any large clearing the high roads of such obstructions falls under the military's but our hands are oft the bodies will decay.
What I can do for you? You ought to learn when to leave well enough alone.
We've naught to discuss.
I'd prefer you kept your distance.
I would fain aid you if you are in need.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done.
Pray, take yourself elsewhere. Our services are only available to... Pray, take your... My apologies, sir. But as you are not a member... My apologies, sir.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few. This is generally used as a material.
We cannot accompany you there, Master. But fear not, you'll find us here when you return.
Good tidings to you.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boost.
I'll combine my magic with yours. I cast a spell more quickly. Yeah!
of magic.
I expect you to simply accept this. Absurd!
Polish up our gear.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
Everyone's as tired as I am. Seems like.
How dare! I'm unsure. Or how best.
Have courage! I'm right here beside you.
What's all this about?
I grant you roaring flame.
Where is it? Are you all right?
You'll not live to regret this.
stories.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. Fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
'Tis not our place to hurry the arisen.
I thought myself a strong man.
That's it. I've had enough.
This is nothing you.
If you want to leave, show us your, sincerity. Very well.
So, you've come.
I grant your weapon a magical boon. We shall await you here, Master.
Beg pardon, sir, but I'm on duty at...
Or is all we do in vain?
You're in trouble now.
A nasty blow, that.
I shall heal you at once. Wait a moment.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
I'll have to remember this place.
Time is a slippery beast that
Just about anywhere.
Crowns and politics are no concern.
Whatever happens here, anyhow.
Does life have
There's ought to be said.
or is ought to be done then?
Dare I presume I've caught your eye?
Perchance you, the Sovereign, wounded in glorious combat with the dragon, is indeed. 'Tis a weight off.
Smiles up.
Here I might reflect on my affairs.
I'd sooner stay out of that, where it possible. I must try to effect a change.
And who are you supposed to...
I've no desire for your company. Good day.
I'll not tolerate your presence a moment long.
Have you an acquaintance in the court? Away with you.
But not at the expense.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
This coin is made while the sun
Anyone gives me trouble.
Mayhap you've been... I regret to inform you that there is no masquerade. Mayhap you've been misinformed, sir. I'm in fine fettle.
As a matter of fact,
You shall remain here.
The masquerade is already underway, sir. 'Twill be a long night. Longer still for those of us on guard.
I shan't let anything.
I hope the Sovereign shall be well enough to dock.
I suppose I ought to...
We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth. No. We who are gathered here...
Methinks I'll have a rest.
And what do you want?
So, tell me more of this ox.
I find it liberating.
Might as well make merry while the wine flows.
Whatever 'tis you want, I shall.
I prefer you kept your distance.
All this revel.
Methinks I'll have a rest.
Begone from my sight.
I'd sooner stay out of us are a sign that all is well.
Everyone who dances with me complains of...
Leave me be.
Have you heard? Surely these extravagant...
I've naught to say to you.
I find it liberating to hide my face for a time.
Have you business in Britannia?
You ought to learn when to leave well enough alone.
I would fain aid you if you are in need. Got to focus. My head will roll if autos are
A lonely place.
I've no time to waste on the likes of you.
Another ale can't make my dance.
These festivities are part and parcel of our station.
Twould seem I drank such drink.
Naught but tedious talk of golden government.
My, you are persistent.
Ah, naught but dreary.
I've naught to say. My.
All I can do for you?
Just between you and me, my survey...
No. We who are gathered here...
Is this fast truly to the sovereign's taste?
Just about anywhere.
Always the same dismal affair, if you ask me.
Surely these extravagances cannot...
I find it liberating to hide my face. Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well. Pray, leave me be, sir. What do you think you're doing here?
there nary a chance to make a fresh acquaintance?
I've no time to waste on the likes. I've no time to waste on the like.
They're the same, tired faces in the same tired frocks.
Another ale can't make my...
They're out anywhere.
I ought to take a moment to review my affairs. Does life have...
Surely these extravagant...
Methinks I'll have a rest.
Is this fast truly to...
What is one to do?
Surely I know the
These masks are naught but a hindrance.
You were posted in front of the passage yesterday, right? Next time, don't leave aught in front of the door. I had a hell of a time wrenching the damn thing open.
Beg your pardon? I'll be mindful of that from now on. Still, no doubt there are others who've no idea that's even a door. Mayhaps someone should put up a sign, eh?
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
done by dusk?
Whatever am I to do? Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit.
Got to focus. My head will roll if aught goes awry. All's well here. I'd best move on.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour would be right.
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups?
I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check, lest you forget these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean I. As you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime, if you escape with your life, that is. Know, however, that our services... Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're sewing. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me.
Could use a rest.
At last! 'Tis a relief to be at your side again, Master.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
It seems you've obtained information regarding the... False Sovereign. Captain Brandt will be eager to hear of it, I'm sure. Now to report to Captain Brandt. Think it you've some business with this person. Then pray, follow me.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are... So, you've come.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with 3 options. Either the law of our world that allow, or Jesus arisen. Have you proof that you are arisen? Ah, they say the arisen's breast bears a wound. By that mark, this reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit. And what befell him? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be? Escape? Here I spend my days and I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, tell me. I suspected as much. Then we are done.
Huh? Thanks, I suppose. Yeah.
Come off it.
I'm not trained for this.
Battle is to be avoided, I take it, Arisen.
Arisen, have you been harmed?
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon.
Thank you, Master. I feel much better now. I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
'Tis not our place to hurry the arisen.
wings that smite our enemies.
Good to see you, Master.
It's just too late.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
It pains me to give in. Yet what choice have we?
It seems you've obtained information regarding the false sovereign. Captain Brandt will be eager to hear of it, I'm sure. Shall we report this development to Captain Brandt? I take it you've some business with this person. Then pray, follow me.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way. Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Welcome to the stop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the finest brews in all.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
If you're...
Mayhap the one we're here to meet intends to arrive at a different time of day?
Welcome to the. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Come back anytime.
At last!
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your majesty, a place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, you said. Kendrick of the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Perchance he knows of such a place? There is much we ought to tell. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter. And from Batal, no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think 'tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, you have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer.
It seems we were right to suspect that...
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen... Well, he is merely Deeza's puppet then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her scheme, even were he to be removed. I suspect some other would simply be made, but if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, Allow me to investigate this matter further.
So the false sovereign, Queen Re...
There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Do not forget that we work to...
These writings could be of import.
Let's have a look then.
No sense straining myself. Just got to do what I can.
No to a nice, juicy piece of steak.
What should I do?
I've made my bed. Now to lie in it.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Anything's better than this.
Arms for the poor. Pray grant. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. Well met, Sir Arisen. Many thanks. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance, you see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself. Might I impose on you to...
Shall we seek some answers? I can guide you to the place, Arisen, or thereabouts.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
Allow me to lead the way. I can take you to our destination by the optimum route.
A real head scratcher, this.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Keep those orders coming. This fear...
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a
What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you. The hour's grown late. Hilda's going to have my hide.
Is it true? Only, I seem to recall someone else boasting of being the Arisen. Just be sure you play your part well, whatever the truth. The Arisen takes a fellow Drake or two, and I reckon you'll earn the people's faith.
I know so little of this world. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Do not approach me. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Might I beg but a moment of your... Good day, sir. Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no, I wasn't meant to take... Do not approach me. Wickedness has no hold upon the truth.
All I need my help, I suppose.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of material.
Will this take long? I've ought to be... Let me alone. I'm...
Not my kind of place, this. All is lost. I'm aching for a fight. Consarn it.
Not many rumors to be had around here.
Where could Malcolm have gotten... Perhaps you could try...
Naught like a curative to fill one with vim.
Can't wait for the new equipment to come in.
Only person I believe in is myself. If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
I must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
Feels eerie with no one about. Don't think you're safe just because you're in the city. Monsters. One found its way inside the common quarter just the other night. You could say 'twas an ill. I wonder if building a nice high wall is out.
Suppose this is a fitting end.
Plague the world, not the mind.
This plague gives me an ill feeling. Riding up the walls. Itchings myself.
Tis my duty to devote my life. Please, sir, don't tell nobody what I said about exploring. Please, sir. This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice low.
I've never heard of that.
Now this is a conundrum.
If our prayers are not heeded, what? Where could Malcolm? Perhaps you could try asking the other children. Where could? Perhaps you could try
Must have taken a wrong turn.
I'll fight till the last.
Wonder how long this job's supposed to last.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big... I wonder what it was Malcolm found.
That's something.
Malcolm? All he's doing of late is picking through. Don't know why he bothered.
Shall we be off?
Maybe he was hoping to find something shiny among...
Vault say. Let us inform Sir Kendrick of what we... Watch yourself. I'm...
Vault? Ah, but you mentioned rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way. Come, I fear there's not a prey. Follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able... Let us make haste.
Let us be thorough. Scrupulous investigation is the cornerstone of any adventure.
Quite right. No sense doing things by halves.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like...
Truly? Perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought to follow close behind.
That's just what I was thinking.
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it.
It is quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of... Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection... Might I ask that you not share the existence? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy. Someone who can appreciate it. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place.
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may... Let's investigate this place's secrets.
It near boggles the mind that so...
The book's nest.
Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
Let us proceed with caution. Another one down, Arisen. I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
must confess, naught rattles me quite so much as the unexpected snuffing of my lantern light.
You too? Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Stay away from me, quick!
I grant you roaring flame.
I was taught not to speak with strange folk. I was taught not to speak with
The end comes.
I shall gladly aid you if 'tis within my power. I shall gladly aid you if 'tis within my power.
I'm doomed, just remember. I've somewhere to be.
I'm paid you for a fight. Sweat, toil, each day's more the same.
Interested in my wares?
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Many thanks.
I know not what to think. 'Tis good to see you out. I shall gladly aid you if...
My, you are
I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming, but ox carts don't run. Was it a phantom then? I sh...
Pray in, never put gold in my pocket.
My head will roll if horse goes awry.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Well, have you found some... Oh, to think such... Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit.
I'll admit, I did worry you'd forgotten me.
Guide me outside, then. Aye, this should be far in. If you truly are arisen, words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some...
This is no life.
Methinks this will be of interest to Captain Brandt. Shall we go inform him?
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of med. Yet e'er since he came here, he's only gotten one.
I understand how you must feel. But you must see that your son's health there is no medicine that can heal him outright. I am caring for him as best I can. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course.
Home, you said?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray, bring my son.
I will look after him.
The end comes. Heavens above. I shall not struggle.
Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. You're not a patient, are you? 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my round, not to mention I have to find the means to procure more Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? You would procure it yourself. In that case, might I try? The slums are a bane to the body's humors, and its residents are oft prone to ill. We do what we can with your aid is most appreciated.
Tell is...
Yes, sir. You are most gracious.
Pray, follow me.
What?
Got to crack a few skulls if you want to be topped off.
Must have taken a wrong turn.
Allow me to alter our route, Master. By my... calculations, this one will prove shorter. Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
The Arisen is capricious indeed. But don't despair. We shall count upon your guidance when the time comes.
Suppose I better give the ox. This ox cart's bound for I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
They can be...
This ox cart's bound. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
We cannot break it from this side.
As you say.
A well-organized pack is my specialty. I'll see to it your burdens are shared between us, Paul.
Seems this is where my luck runs out. Best not be bothering me for no reason. I've got nothing for ye.
Got some business with me, do ye?
Oh, what luck! 'Tis a chest.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
Nice armor you've got.
Seems we've enemies in our midst. Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat?
Might have a look around. See what else.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Look here. A path. It's safe, I wonder.
Pray, keep your wits about you. We needn't go barging in.
I'll combine my magic with yours. Might cast the spell more quickly.
Take that!
Sack acquired. Some fetches.
Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside.
Use these flames to smite our enemies. My own master must hear of this tactic.
Surely not!
Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
Fear not, Arisen. I'll pull through. Our little band has come to feel like a family.
'Tis well to have comrades one can trust.
A smashing success!
Let us try for the same result with our next attack. Here we go again.
We were battle ready when they found us. This shan't take long.
By your lead.
You are mighty indeed, Arisen.
I drive your weapon a magical beam. This foe is more human as a moth to the flame.
His a tendency we might exploit, though to do so would be to court danger. Oh, that was a sight to behold.
Focus. Battle continues.
Not so bad, I think.
Hurting yet?
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt for...
'Twas a fine journey we shared.
I hope I can
Wherever-
count on you in a script. I've just remembered a curious rumor I overheard once. Seems there's an illness pawns can catch beyond the rift that has devastating consequences for those around them. Worse still, the pawn never knows they're sick. They just become restless and flippant and won't keep the arisen.
Indeed. But we shall have to remain watchful, lest one of our company should start showing signs of this sickness.
Another battle so soon? We only just pulled through the last one. The creature's corpse will serve us well. Are you certain you can manage it? 'Tis an awfully long shot. Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Over here, if you would.
Stand and fight, you gutless
That is a ballista, Arisen.
Let us make use of this during battle. I've no doubt would catch our foes unawares.
Looking to rush to your death? I'll do as I please. Let 'em try to take opportunities as they come, I say.
What's this about?
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
Not like a feast to get you ready for bed.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never... Our Master's flights of fancy made... Nighttime... I'm all ready. I thought 'twas rather dark.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
I hope you slept well.
Haven't you a lantern arisen? Leave it to me. Shall I assist?
Any tidings to share? I've a task for you. Listen, you've my gratitude, sir.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
It's a glad thing we rest.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
I'll combine my magical door and might cast the spell more quickly.
Keep up the fight! I'm on my way!
Go where your help is needed. These beings are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
Not of a mind to fight today, Arisen.
I believe yon foe is drawn to light. We ought to extinguish our lanterns lest the summoner take it.
I'll turn you into a pincushion.
Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it?
Look upon the sky for all eternity. If it wasn't for the crook in my neck, what a fascinating way to end a foe. This will serve for a fine tale when I rejoin my master beyond the rift. Unbelievable! Of it.
Splendid. Quickly, Arisen. You must regain your footing.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
One never can have too many of these.
What say we pelt one at the next foe we encounter? I'll wager I could make that shot. Be sure to aim true.
Come on, don't drag this out.
I had a feeling that rest would do us good.
You'll not get past me! I'm gonna enjoy this. How long do you think
Just when I needed it most. Many thanks.
I will finish this here and now.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager. I say we collect as much as we can carry.
We ought to take a closer look.
A passage? Here? Truly, there are secrets around everyone. I've a feeling 'tis best left untravelled. Am I the only one? If I might be so bold as to speak my mind? And try not to slip up again. Where the wolves? The stars glimmered gorgeously last night. I knew it to be so. Together we are indomitable.
Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt.
I'd prefer to stay far away from that. 'Tis like as not some manner of trap.
Indeed. One never can be too cautious. Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep?
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
I look forward to seeing your marksmanship.
Yon statue may yield new sights, if we can reach it.
Shall we search for a path to lead us to it?
Down your arms before you hurt yourself.
At last, a chance to use these. At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up. I'll turn you into a pincushion.
I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
That's not be bothering me for no reason.
Save it, cuz. I'm not interested.
you're staring, Arisen. Has aught yonder caught your eye? And here I was hoping for some great treasure. Watch out for the choppers! Well, there's no fixing this in a hurry. Better we take the long way round and waste our time walking at it.
Nothing else for it, I suppose.
This Cyclops makes a rather sturdy bridge, doesn't it? I wonder how long it will keep us out.
I shall have to inform my own masters.
Surely not.
I'll combine my magic with yours. I might cast a spell more quickly. Arisen, are you all right? If we're to have any hope of victory, we must employ every tool and tactic at our disposal.
This brute has quite the temper. A reckless opponent makes for easy prey.
I am no man. The Arisen have been drenched. First and foremost, we want to knock it off balance. It's a much easier target when lying prone.
I'd not dare attempt such a feat alone, but together, I think we can manage it. I'll turn you into a pin cushion.
Paths to victory are myriad. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Surely not. My thanks. The enemy's movements have grown sluggish. Recklessness has done them no favors. They ought to have conserved their strength.
Strike fast, retreat, and our glory shall fall.
No. Ooh, the monster's left something for us. At first glance, it seems impassable. But unless I'm mistaken, an alternate path is close at hand.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. While traveling beyond the rift, I uncovered. But a treasure chest hidden in this very locale. Shall we seek it out? I'll wager I could make that shot. Be sure to aim true. I will be arisen soaked to the bone.
Quickly, Arisen. You must regain your footing.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
Tread carefully. It seems our every step is being watched.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
I look forward to seeing your marksmanship.
Oh, you've a sharp eye. Suppose I ought not to have underestimated you. You wonder how I know? For starters, it isn't just not mysterious about it. We've our sources, and that's all. But don't worry yourself. I'm actually on your side, in a sense. Can't offer you any help, though. Village code still. I suppose I could give you a bit of advice. If I were you, I'd try doing to someone else what I was just doing to you. Now, I have a hefty wager riding on you, cuz.
Do to someone else what I just did to you. What could she have meant by that?
You'd best go elsewhere, friend. There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
I'm in no mood for talk.
Is that who I think it's...
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me. No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
Well met, sir. How? Might I be of service? In my line of business, patience is due come again. Fancy a look at my wares?
I'm in no mood for talk. Off with you.
I'm in no mood.
Off with you, you worthless miscreant.
I've naught to say to you.
Is there aught else you care to ask? Beg pardon? Why would a letter? Oh, you've made quite the brass means imitating someone in thieves' cant. This letter means to say someone's taken on such a request. Naturally, I can say nothing as to the who or what of the arrangement. Is there aught else you care to ask? Arthur, I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't... Is there aught else you care to ask? You're curious? Naturally, You're the second in response... Oops. Don't misunderstand. Those who deal in it... Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care then.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
Leave me in peace.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Whatever 'tis you want, I shan't... Whatever 'tis you want...
Can it be we have no sword wielders in our party?
Are we only to fire on foes from afar, then? We've done all right for ourselves so far. Why shouldn't our luck continue?
Messing you about? You the outsider? But come on, follow me. I've something...
Whatever 'tis you want, I shan't...
Look! Master, a treasure chest! We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Begone with you! Your bad luck!
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some business here in the village? You would know of our village? As you can see, 'tis a simple... Is there aught else I can help you with, sir? Arthur. 'Tis a name... At least no one by that name lives here, sir. As you like. Ah, you... As you like, sir.
This is, of course. Nothing's free in this world. 'Twould benefit us all if the roads were safer. Do stop by again.
Just think. The first our foes shall see of you will be an arrow in their breasts. May your arrows fell many a flying fiend.
Fancy a look at my wares?
A fine place to collect my thoughts.
Stay away from me, Puddinghead.
I've naught to say to you.
Fancy a look at my wares?
How lovely. I'll have to... This is the end, of course. Nothing's free in this world.
There are worse things than turn. You'll not believe the journey up. 'Tis dark out, but we mustn't let that dim our spirits. Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
A new day, a new perspective.
No doubt you're the last person I'd waste my time on. Well met, sir. You're the last person I'd...
Congratulations, Arisen. Acquiring a maester's teaching is no mean feat. I could not be more thrilled for you.
I shall strive to learn from your example, that I might reach new heights of my own.
Off with you.
You're a right pain, you are.
Pray, give me no more grief.
This is, of course. Nothing's free in this world. Glad to be of service, sir.
Thank you, Arisen. I promise to wield this maester's teaching well. and prove myself worthy of your faith. Oh! I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
Our collection grows. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure. Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Scared the life out of me.
You need me at the Vanguard? Say no more. I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
I wager there's aught to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager. I say we collect as much as we can carry. Loath as I am to deplete our stock of curatives, we've little choice without a mage.
There are other matters to discuss, such as...
Fancy a look at my wares?
Fine place to collect money.
Begone with you. You're bad luck, you are.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself. If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
Be gone with you. You're bad luck, you are.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot Dear me. You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Ask figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about, but I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what it is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, but he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false, we're men and women of shadow. So that's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be... That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Luckily for me, you were different. Knew I was right to bet in favor of the Arisen. Anyway, most visitors get fooled into going up to the manor. We send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good riddance. Anyone that complacent has got no business being a thief. We only train the rare few who make it here. Some might go so far as to say that the entire village was built around this spot. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester, but he failed. Took a massive injury, so the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the bed. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury. Me thinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential.
You're the one, then?
Thank you, sir.
Huzzah! This won't do.
That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Anyway, we send them we only train. That all you wanted to ask? Aye. Till next.
My, you are persistent.
You're here. I've been waiting for... How far... That's made my...
My bed waits, and I shan't resist. I'm in no mood for talk.
Dead on my feet. Maybe I'll kick right here.
My apology.
Well met.
Off with you.
Pray, give me no more grief.
My, you are for...
Well met, sir.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Not much going on.
I've naught to say to you.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. We could pick some now and use them when the need arises. I'll wager I could make that shot. Be sure to aim true. We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Oh, that's right. Now, listen just as the original. Suppose, as for what some would argue.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a
Sir Arisen, thank heavens you've come. Saurians have claimed the village just when almost all of the villagers had arrived as well.
Oi! What are you doing standing about when there's work to—
Jonas! This is the good sir I spoke of.
Is that right? Then I expect you to aid. You did it once afore, eh? Oh,
my apologies for the chief's yet he speaks truly. Pray, calm the
These Saurians are a stubborn lot. What say we make them think twice about settling in again? No room for carelessness. Achieve if we honed our talents further.
Don't presume I'm not bit.
You'd best keep...
You wish me to return? At once, Master.
The Saurians are no. That's twice you've come to our. You're more than a friend to Hart Village. So truly, we cannot.
Here he is! I found our troublemaker!
Jonas! What?
This blasted beastren went and ventured into Stormwind Cave. How many times have we said none are to tread there? But he just had to poke it. There can be no doubt. He's the one who incites.
Forgive me. I never meant for any of this to happen.
Trust a beastren to muck things up.
Jonas! Surely there's no need for such...
You would say that, wouldn't you? Seems to me beastrens go causing problems, and we humans are lumped with the
Jonas, please! You're being ridiculous.
There!
I do apologize. 'Twould seem things have turned rather... We mustn't let this sour your triumph. You came to our aid when we need... I do hope you shall visit us again anon.
A ruder fellow I never met. The village's troubles are far from done, if you ask me. This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
The person we're here to meet is nowhere to be seen. Shall we come back later?
Seems we're a bit stuck. Might we have a...
Welcome to the Star. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Come back anytime. Away with you. Welcome to the. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I? Always a pleasure.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's mayhap it would be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this.
Huzzah! You've...
There is much we ought to tend to. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's from the pains he took to remain on scene. 'Tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect the Regent Kin intends to call Allard. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. I shall ensure that the door to the There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, Your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to... I see. If Your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. Ah, but of course. I surmise Your Majesty intends to post the bill, a clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill. Furthermore, it will serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, and all the while, a clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill would...
So, the false sovereign operates at the behest... of Queen Regent Decent.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen you. 'Tis no simple matter, should you fall in... However, I am afraid, is there aught else you would speak of? Your Majesty, do not forget that we work to...
Oh, what does this say?
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Yes, sir. Have you... Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Ah, but in place of a reward, only if you've the time and inclination, of course. As servants of the gracious, yet, at time, perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you an unfortunate pair. By chance, he was so he was put into our care.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
We've arrived, just as planned.
Here he is. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so... After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only... But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. Come. We've medicine to prepare.
Psst! You there!
Help me. Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker. It started with a slight fever, and now I see that empty bed. An old man was lying. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but...
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
I spend my days in quiet reflection.
Do not approach me.
Each of our patients deserves our full
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patient... None of the other sisters are permitted entry. Tell is, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. Which is to be expected. And yet... I do hope naught befalls...
Does Sir Lubomir know of this basement sick room, I wonder? Mayhap we ought to ask him about it.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement, and none save the abbess can enter? If the Gracious Hand has a secret, 'tis the abbess who keeps it. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? You've my thanks. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to... See, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the abbess, they'll know to come and arrest, so I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
I knew it to be so.
'Twould be prudent to investigate the most suspicious...
Do not approach me. Do not approach me.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
We're here, and none the worse for wear.
I know not why, but the words basement sick room set my hair on end. Shall we investigate?
Splendid.
The patients in this room must not be disturbed. Leave this place at what? Beg pardon, sir, but this room is where our most severe cases convalesce.
Oh, someone help me. Oh.
Medicine? Now. I need...
Oh, some...
We've found some evidence, but there might be more to discover. Let us scour every inch of this room. I like that.
We have all we need to deliver. Do we not? Let us find the intended recipient.
We'd best see to it post-haste, ere we forget.
Indeed. You are correct.
Oh, someone help me.
Over here, if you would. We've arrived.
This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice low.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like Johann and Bruno. I know these two. They left here not... I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safe. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am... You're back. Pray, tell me what? You found Do you think... Mayhap you could show it to the doctor. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Radcliffe, the doctor over in the rest town.
Right you are. Allow me to lead the way. I should like to put my knowledge to good use.
Well, now, isn't this luck?
Just be sure you mind your manners.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Keep those orders coming.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person. A saint. I wavered between life and death for quite some time. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled.
Elena. Ah, yes. The Abbess of the Gracious Hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker. In the end, I survived. But methinks I was one of the lucky few. And once, I saw her. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. And you'd think 'twere medicine. But I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. He had the look. They were whispering. But I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well... Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square, in the eastern part of the common quarter. And always a night, as I...